Hey, happy Friday. I hope that you are well. I hope that you've had an amazing week. I'm just trying to put you in a position where you're not going to fall and where I can actually share what I want to share with you. If you are joining me live, come and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments. If you are catching this on the replay, it's totally okay. Please do still let me know where you're watching from when you get around to watch this. You could always drop a hashtag replay. It doesn't really matter, just anything to let me know that you've watched this. But in tonight's Flawsome Friday episode, I wanted to talk about trust. And I want to talk about it from two different perspectives, because there is self-trust and then there is the trust in other people. Okay, now as you move yourself from employee mode and you shift gears to step into those courageous CEO shoes, you are gonna need to trust yourself. Okay, and so that is where we need to start, with self-trust. And I can understand from my own personal experience that within a corporate role, or even with a corporate mindset, self-trust is a really difficult thing, especially if you've not been used to doing it, right? It can feel really scary to actually trust our own decisions and trust that the things that we think are going to work actually will, but take action on those. I think we're so used to and programmed to actually ask others, what should I do? How should I do this? What's the next step here? Rather than taking a bold and courageous step, trusting that we know the answer, trusting that we know what to do, and taking that action. I think quite often we want the safety of actually being able to say it wasn't us that made that decision, it was somebody else. And when it comes to leadership, whether that's self-leadership, whether you're leading yourself, which is really important before you can actually lead other people, but then going on to lead other people, self-trust and you're owning your decisions is a huge element that's needed. And it's going to be a huge benefit to you. So the more that you can lean into trusting your instincts, trusting your intuition, trusting that the knowledge that you've got is actually what's needed to get the job done. But not only trusting that, actually taking action on that. That's so important. And it is like a muscle. The more that you flex it, the more that you dare to step into that, and trust that trust that you've got everything within yourself, the skills, the mindset, the knowledge, and that the more that you then lean on that, the easier it gets to do that the next time and the next time and the next time. And the really cool thing is that the more that you do trust yourself, if things go tits up, you get to learn from that. In my experience, and something that I always tell my team is, touch wood, nothing is ever not figure outable or solvable. So if we make a mistake, right? We own up and then we take the steps to actually correct it. And that's the process that we follow. But if we don't make mistakes sometimes as well, we never get to a place of knowing the best route or the best solution. And so when that thing then comes up again, we've got that experience to lean on and fall back on. But self-trust is where it really starts. You trusting your own skills, your capabilities, that you've got the knowledge, that you know what you need to do. And quite often I find with my own teammates, they already know. They just need me to validate it. And part of owning your own worth, your own journey, is not looking to other people for validation. It's actually being able to validate yourself and your opinions and your decisions and valuing them more than anybody else's. If you really don't know, that's a different thing, and that's something that needs to be looked at, and probably skills and education needs to come in there. But quite often we already know. right? Or if we don't know, we can find out. And that's how we lead ourselves. But then the other half of this is, so when you step into self-leadership and you've been leading yourself, but then if you then go on to lead a team, or you just are leading people in general, it's being able to trust other people. So being able to nurture that self-trust in them. So you trusting them to make the right decisions. You trusting that you have coached, mentored, given them the skills to actually have that self-trust in themselves. You being bold enough to actually question them and say, why do you need me to help you here? You already know the answer. You already know what to do. Because in you doing that, you are empowering them to actually grow themselves, for them to build their self-trust muscle. But it starts with you trusting yourself first, backing yourself and taking action from that place, getting better at that, getting stronger at that. And then ultimately you get to help other people with that. So that is it. I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you have an amazing evening. I hope you have a lovely weekend. If you are somebody that is looking to shift out of employee mode and into CEO mode, and you would like a little help in terms of figuring out what that might look like for you, then feel free to drop me the comment below CEO, or the word below, sorry, CEO, so that we can book you in on one of my free power calls, my 30-minute power calls for this month, and I can have a little coaching session with you, and we can come up with some action steps that you can take straight away that are going to help you move from employee to CEO, whether that be in your corporate career or in your own business. Okay, lots of love. Have an amazing evening. I've already poured a glass of wine. It's cocktail hour somewhere. It's been one hell of a week at my end, and I've decided tonight that instead of cleaning, I'm going to put myself in timeout because I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling grumpy, I've got PMT as well as a whole lot of other stuff as well. So I thought the cleaning can absolutely wait until tomorrow. That's me trusting that that decision is the right decision, and that the cleaning is fine to do tomorrow. I'm trusting myself to make that decision. I don't need anybody's input. I'm totally trusting that. So take a leaf out of my book. Trust yourself. Have an amazing weekend. You are flawsome as fuck. I believe in you. And I'll be back next Friday with another episode. Mwah.